Welcome to our Vinyasa flow. My name is Kate, and I'm excited to practice with you today. Before we get started, a couple of things that might be useful with practice today. A couple of yoga blocks if you have them at your house. If you don't have yoga blocks, you could use some thick books or even soup cans or pillows, just something that could give you a little more height, bringing the floor to you. And either a yoga strap or in its place a towel, a scarf, even a t-shirt, just something that you could use to lengthen out your arms a little bit when we're reaching for our feet, if that feels useful. And we will get started. So come to your mat, and we'll start in a comfortable seat. Bringing your right shin in front of your left. And the hands could come face down on the thighs for just a little bit more grounding here before we start to move. Take a moment to just get situated. You might shrug the shoulders up to the ears and then down your back. Or take a gentle neck roll. Starting to feel a little bit of movement through the body. And then once you settle into your Sukhasana, your easy seat, you could find a soft gaze or eyes could close. And we'll take a moment here just to arrive. Feeling your hips grounded into the earth. Feeling your spine reaching a little bit longer. Maybe a bit more space comes between the vertebrae and the neck as the crown of the head elongates toward the sky. And then we'll start with a little bit of pranayama breath work today. Beginning by opening the mouth and pressing all of the air out of the lungs. And then inhaling through your nose for the count of 3, 2, 1. Pausing at the top. And then exhaling again through your mouth. 3, 2, 1. And again, inhaling. 3, 2, 1. Pausing. 3, 2, 1. On the exhale. Good. One more round. Inhaling. 3, 2, 1. To hold and exhaling. 3, 2, 1. As you release. Good. Start to cultivate a deep cadence, an even, steady tide of inhales and exhales through your nose. Perhaps you come into Ujjayi breath if that's a part of your practice. And then the fingertips could tent beside the hips. Eyes can still be closed if that feels good, otherwise you might float them open. Spin the palms forward, the fingers can spread wide, and as you inhale, arms sweep up and back overhead, palms connect. As you exhale, thumbs come to the heart. And again, inhale, arms sweep back and up overhead. Exhale, thumbs draw to the heart. Good, once more, warming up the shoulders. Inhale, shoulders rotate, arms reach up alongside your ears, palms press. Exhale, thumbs to heart. The chin can fall to the chest, a couple of blinks with the eyes to bring your gaze point to the fingertips. And then you can lift your chin to parallel, finding your steady gaze point somewhere out in front of you. And then your fingertips can tent beside your hips as you inhale. Your right arm sweeps up alongside your ears and you reach up and over to the left. The left fingertips are tented. The right arm is reaching long. Maybe the gaze spins underneath the right shoulder. That's okay on the mat. And you're nice and heavy through the right hip, so you get a lot of length through the side body. As you inhale, the right arm sweeps back behind you, gaze can follow. You'll get some opening through the front of the chest and the shoulder. As you exhale, you curl and round, reaching past the left knee, pulling in and up on the low belly. Inhale, you sweep up and back. And then exhale, you curl and round. A couple more like this. Inhale, you blossom open, reaching back. Exhale, you curl and contract. Inhale, float, up and open. Exhale, contract and curl. Sliding the back of the right hand outside of the left knee. The left fingertips can migrate behind your left hip. As you inhale, the spine lengthens. As you exhale, the gaze spins over the left shoulder. A little bit of a twist here. You're lifting from the low back and then deepening the twist as you exhale. But we'll take one more round of breath here. And then your right palm spins down on your left knee. The left arm can sweep up and over to find the right knee. And then just a little rock back on the sit bones. The knees can lift, you can drop the chin. I like to press one knee and then the other forward to get underneath the scapula, underneath the shoulder blades. And then you can let the knees go. Release your arms out to the side to reset the shoulders. And then the palms can plant behind you. You can rock back on the sit bones just to switch the cross of the legs. But finding Sukhasana with your left shin in front of your right this time. Sitting nice and tall. Fingertips content. And then your left arm can reach up alongside your ear. The right fingertips will start to walk out toward the side of the mat. The gaze could lift. And then again, you're sinking the left hip down to the earth as you reach long through the left fingertips. The gaze is elevated. And then we move. As you inhale, left arm reaches back, gaze spins over the left shoulder. As you exhale, you curl and you round. So inhale, the arm sweeps up and back, gaze can follow. Exhale, you close. Inhale to open. Exhale to curl and round. Inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. The back of the left hand can find the outside of the right knee. Right fingertips can travel behind your right hips. Inhale to get a little bit taller, and then exhale, you're rotating to the right. So just a gentle twist here, getting things moving, starting to send fresh blood to the organs. One more inhale and exhale. And then you'll flip the left palm face down on the right knee. The right arm can sweep up and over to the left knee. And then you rock back on the sit bones. The chin could drop. Maybe you take those little movements with the knees. And then you release the knees down, press the walls away. You can roll forward to find your tabletop, hands and knees. Stacking shoulders over wrists, spreading fingers as wide as they'll go. Pulling in on the low belly to support the low back. As you inhale, the belly drops, the gaze can lift. As you exhale, cat pose round through the spine. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. And then exhale, curl and round. And I like to think about the spine moving like a wave here. One more round, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, find your neutral spine. You can walk your hands forward slightly of the shoulders. Toes can tuck, hips go high. First downward facing dog. Of your practice, maybe of the day. So take a moment and just start to feel what this is. Pedaling out or shaking the head. Swaying the hips. I find it nice
nice in this first down dog, not to be too prescriptive with the movement, but just to let it be what it is. It's going to be different every day. Just a chance to check in, see where you're at. And then start to find some stillness in this dog, in this inverted V shape. Hips moving toward the sky, spine nice and long. Inhale, come high on the balls of both feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Inhale to step your feet to the top of the mat, maybe hips with distance or big toes connect. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, sweep up with a flat back, reach the arms long, lift the gaze, palms can connect. Exhale, hands travel to heart center and down to your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel the strength of your feet. Feel yourself get just a little bit taller as you rise up from the earth. Inhale, arms sweep back and up overhead. You can loop your right fingertips around your left wrist. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. Little side body stretch. Inhale, back through center. Left fingertips loop right wrist. Get a little taller. Exhale, up and over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Palms press. Exhale, fold forward. Soften into the knees enough to plant your palms fully. And then inhale, halfway lift, heart moves forward. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, you can step back to your first high plank. And just take a moment here to spread the fingers wide, press into the palms so you're nice and buoyant through the shoulders, energy through the heels. You can drop the knees at any time if this is tough on the wrists or shoulders. And then inhale, glide forward to your tiptoes. Exhale, you can lower slowly all the way down to your belly. Third eye center to the mat, toes on top, hands by your shoulders. Inhale, heart lifts, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, lowering down to the earth. Twice more like this. Inhale, spine waves. Exhale, melting down. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. And inhale, press back to your tabletop. Exhale, toes tuck, downward facing dog. Inhale brings you high onto the balls of both feet. Exhale, bends your knees, look between the hands. Inhale to step or hop feet to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold and release. Inhale sweeps you up with a flat back, arms reach long, palms press. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, step back to high plank. Knees up or down, this time either lowering down or taking chaturanga, depending on your shoulders. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high. Inhale brings you high on the balls of both feet. Exhale, knees bend, look between your hands. Inhale to step or hop feet together at the front of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep up with a flat back, arms reach long, gaze lifts. Exhale, folding forward once more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to hinge. Inhale, step back to high plank. Exhale, lowering down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog, find your back bend. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. And then inhale, come high on the balls of both feet. Exhale, reset your tabletop. Knees will descend, toes untuck. You're stacking large joints over small. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You can extend your left leg straight back behind you. And then your right arm straight out in front of you with the thumb dialed up. Pressing into the left hand and the right knee to get a little bit more lightness. Inhale, lift heel and thumb. Exhale, curl knee and elbow together. Inhale, you expand back. Exhale, you curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, core leads knee and elbow. Inhale, reaching really, really long here. And then as you exhale, you can bend the left knee and sweep the right arm back. So you can find the sole of the foot here and press palm and sole together to build strength as you lift the gaze. A little bit of spinal extension, also building strength in the left glute and hamstring. One more inhale. Exhale to release, send everything long. One more thing here. Right hand will drop. You can stack your left hip on top of your right. And then both hands can stay down, or left hand to hip, or all the way up to the sky. Good variation on half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. If you'd like to work a bind here, you bend into the left knee, cup the left hand underneath the left ankle, and then perhaps the gaze spins up as you press the hips forward. One more breath cycle. And then let the leg and arm go long. Square off the hips, plant the palm, step your left foot to the back of the mat. And you'll send your right leg high for three-legged dog. Strong flex in the right foot. Right leg is as straight as it can go here. And you're moving the weight back out of the wrist. So imagine that you're kicking a wall behind you, or just planting your foot on it. Good, come high into the ball of the left foot. Look between your hands. Left foot steps or right foot steps to right thumb. Good. Set up your lunge alignment nice and long and low. And then you can walk or sweep all the way up to your crescent lunge. Shoulders soften, palms spin to face each other. Take a moment, feel that opening through the front of the left hip flexor. We're going to move dynamically here. So as you inhale, you'll cactus the arms, both legs straighten. As you exhale, you bend the knee, the arms sweep forward back to crescent lunge. So inhale, cactus and straighten. Exhale, bend and sweep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a moment in this high lunge to interlace your hands behind your head. Pressing the elbows wide, notice how you get a little more opening through the heart, through the front of the body. Inhale, reaching a little bit taller. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. So you can stay right here with your hands as they are. Maybe the left arm reaches up alongside your ear. Maybe the right arm sweeps back behind you or finds the left thigh. A little bit of a twist, a little bit of a back bend. You're reaching up and back. Good, and then inhale back to center. Here's your crescent lunge. Exhale, pressing open, warrior two. Strong bend in that right knee. Arms are really expansive here, and you're anchoring through the outside of the left foot. Good. Gaze is set over the right middle finger. Good, and we're going to take a little bit of dynamic flow here. As you inhale, we'll reach back, reverse warrior, but the left arm will sweep in front of you. Good, so it's almost like you're holding an enormous beach ball. You're engaging the little belly, bending into the right knee. And then as you inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, we'll take side angles, same variation. Left arm sweeps over, right arm sweeps in front. Good, and you're lifting the heart up to the sky. Good. So we're going to move that one movement per breath. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse.
Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Let's pause here. Spinning the heart toward the sky, bending into the right knee. And then inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, windmill hands down to either side of your front foot, stepping back to high plank. And then making your way through Vinyasa. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Okay, finding that downward facing dog. Inhaling to send your left leg high for three-legged dog. As you exhale, left knee to left shoulder, elbows over, or shoulders over wrist. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. Good. Twice more. Inhale, send the leg back. Exhale, left. Inhale, back. Exhale, left. Good. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot halfway up the mat. You can dial your left toes off. The heel will stay on. And then you're rolling to the outside of your right foot. Good. So both hands can stay on the mat. Left hand could come to hip or to the sky. You can also sweep the left arm across the ear. Good. And then option to work here or to move a little bit more. So if you're moving, as you inhale, the hips lift. As you exhale, they lower to a hover. You reach the left arm toward the back of the mat. Inhale, sweep up and arc. Exhale to hover. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hips high. Exhale, hover. Pause here. You might reach that left arm a little bit closer to the back of the mat. And then your left hand can come down. Your right hip lowers all the way to the mat. And you're just spinning around on your bum to face the back of the mat. Left foot is planted outside of the right knee. Right leg is straight. You can basket around that left knee just to get a little more length in that low back. And then the left fingertips can release behind your hip. The right arm can reach up alongside your ear. Inhale to get just a bit taller. And then as you exhale, you're twisting to the left. Good. So the gaze could go over the left shoulder. I'm just going to keep my gaze to you so you can hear me. You're standing really firmly into the left foot so you get some length in the low back. And then if you're looking for a bit of core challenge, you can float the left arm back behind you. And one more inhale and exhale here. And then come over to the right. Just bringing the fingertips over to the right for a moment. And then you can straighten through both legs and give the knees a shake. Here's where your strap may come in handy if you're using one. If so, you can loop the strap around the right foot. Otherwise, you're going to bring it into your left hand. Otherwise, your left hand can come to the outside of your right foot. Your right hand can come to your low back. We'll start with an inhale for length, and then an exhale to twist to the right. Good. So you can work right here with your strap or your foot. You could expand the right arm back behind you. Perhaps you pick that foot up and float just a little bit. And perhaps, if you're looking for a Navasana, because why not, you start to rock back on the sit bones and float the left foot as well. Got one more inhale, perhaps not. Exhale, you can let it all go. Give everything a shake and a roll. Cross shins, plant palms, step back to high plank, and let's clear it all out. Make your way through your vinyasa, whether that's cobra, cat-cows, up dog. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Take a moment, reset. You're in this new directional on your mat. And then inhale, come high on the balls of both feet. The knees can descend, the toes can untuck. You can back your hands up underneath the shoulders and spread the fingers wide. You're back in your tabletop position. This time, your right leg goes back behind you, strong flex in the right foot, and your left arm goes out in front of you. And you're pulling in on the low belly, and I like to think of being almost like someone's gently pulling my hand and my foot like taffy, so I'm constantly a little bit longer. As you inhale, you lift heel and thumb. As you exhale, core draws knee and elbow together. Good. Inhale, you reach as long as you can. Exhale to curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, contract. Good. Inhale, this time you reach long. The right knee can bend, and then you might sweep the left hand back to the right foot. And then you're pressing the foot high, you're lifting the gaze, your heart is open, breath stays strong, and then everything's going long. One more thing, left hand can plant, right hip can stack on top of left. And then you could get light in right fingertips. Your right hand could find your hip. It could reach to the sky. Or if you liked that bind, the right knee bends and you can cup underneath the right ankle. Pressing the hips and heart forward. And be mindful of the left shoulder here. It's easy to draw down. So if you think about lifting your energy and your intention up, that'll help you get lighter in the shoulder. Good. Everything can release. You can plant the hand, tuck the toes to the back of the mat, and then we'll send our left leg high for our three-legged dog. Strong flex in the left foot, left toes toward the right leg. Good. Moving the weight backwards. And then coming onto the ball of the right foot, looking between your hands, stepping left foot all the way to left thumb. But getting nice and long and low. I like to widen out my stance slightly. I find my balance is a little more manageable that way. And then you could walk or sweep all the way up to your crescent lunge. So starting with the arms alongside the ears, feeling that strong bend in the left knee, that opening across the front of the right hip. And then we'll start to move dynamically. As you inhale, you straighten the front leg, the arms can cactus. As you exhale, you bend the left knee and the arms sweep forward and up. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, sweeping. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a moment, establish this crescent. And then the hands can interlace behind your head. The wider you press the elbows, and the softer the shoulders can be, the nicer this opening can be for the heart and for the front of the chest. Inhale, you lengthen. And then exhale, you're twisting to the left. So again, arms can stay, or elbows can stay wide. You could reach the right arm toward the sky. The left arm could stretch back behind you. Or the left hand could sweep down to the outside of the right leg as you reach up and back with that right arm. It's a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a back bend. Continue to sink into the left knee. Inhale, sweeps you back up. And then as you exhale, you blossom open. Here's warrior two. We've been in that left quad for a minute. So if you want to straighten into that, just to give it a break. And then reset.
Gaze is strong, shoulders are soft. Let the legs do their work here. And then you'll flip the left palm to face the ceiling. You sweep up and back for this reverse warrior variation. So the right arm comes in front of you, the left arm is overhead. You're getting this beautiful opening through the side body. And then inhale, come back to warrior two. And then as you exhale, extended side angle variation. Good. The heart is spiraling up. You're reaching the arms away from each other. Good. One breath per movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Side angle. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Exhale, or inhale. Exhale. Good, one more full round. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, side angle. Good, take a moment here. Lift the heart, reach the arms. And then back to warrior two. Windmill the hands down to either side of your front foot. Spin onto the ball of the right foot. Step back to your high plank. And then make your way through your variation of Vinyasa. And just a reminder that all these Vinyasas are optional. Please always feel free to take a child's pose or press straight back to dog, whatever's feeling best for you. Inhale, sweeps your right leg back behind you for three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder as you draw shoulders over wrists. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, right to right. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, right to right. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot halfway up the mat. And then you'll dial your right toes off the mat. The heel will stay on. And you can roll to the outside of your left foot. So again, hands can stay down. Right hand could come to hip. Or all the way up to the sky for your variation on side plank. You can also sweep the right arm across the ear. And if you're working here, you continue to lift those hips high. If you want to move with me, as you inhale, hips reach up. As you exhale, they hover. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Pause here, maybe reach a little bit further toward that foot. And then right hand comes down, left hip comes down, and you're rolling to face the front of the mat. So seated with your left leg long, right knee bent, right foot planted in, outside of the left knee. Take a moment to basket around the knee, get really tall through the spine. And then right fingertips can tent down. Left arm can sweep up alongside your ear, big inhale, and then exhale, hugging the elbow into, or hugging the knee into the crook of the elbow, and revolving to the right. Good. And as mentioned previously, fingertips on the mat are really nice in terms of helping with length in the spine. Perhaps you want to reach the right arm back behind you for a little more forward. One more inhale. And then exhale to come left. You can bring your fingertips over to the left just for a moment. Gentle, gentle counter twist. And then straighten through both legs. Give the knees a shake. Sit tall. And then if you're using that strap, scarf, etc., you would wrap it around the left foot this time, bringing it into the right hand. Otherwise, right hand comes to left foot, and then your left hand can come to your low back. Inhale, sit tall. And then as you exhale, you're rotating to the left. Perhaps the left arm reaches back behind you. Maybe you float the left leg high. And then if you wanted to work that Navasana variation, maybe you float the right leg up as well. Maybe you do not. Good. So keep working that twist, pressing the left foot forward. One more inhale. Exhale, you can release, let everything go. Give it a shake. Cross your shins, plant your palms, roll forward, step back to high plank. And then you're making your way through Vinyasa. And then you can walk your hands back to your feet. This might be a nice place for a wrist release, a forward fold. So your 2 first fingers and thumb can wrap around your big toes. Soften the knees here, low belly connects to the thighs. And you can bring your weight into the balls of the feet. As you inhale, the heart leads forward, the spine gets long. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the hips. So knees can be bent or straight here. But if you press your big toes down while you pull up on them, you might be able to access a little more space in the wrists. And this is a good place to give the head a gentle shake. Maybe open and close the jaw a couple of times. And then you can inhale for length. Exhale, hands can come to your hips. Inhale brings you all the way up with a flat back. And exhale, you're here at the back of your mat. We're going to take some standing balance work moving up the mat, starting with Vrikasana tree pose on your left. So the right hand can come to your hip, left knee will lift and open, and then you'll connect the left foot somewhere along the right leg. So anywhere but the knee joint is good. Your palms could press at heart center. And I like to imagine my right foot is as wide as the mat, almost like a tree's roots. So I feel grounded and stable and steady, even as I get just a little bit taller, even as I expand. Perhaps the arms reach up alongside your ears. Maybe the gaze lifts as well. And then hands could come to your heart. Left knee dials forward. You can straighten that left leg out. And then step your left foot halfway up the mat for figure 4 on your right. The right knee will lift. Right ankle crosses over left knee. Good. You've got a strong flex in your right foot, and then this can be really upright, or you might start to bend into the knee and send the hips back a bit. Really mindful of any discomfort in the knee here. So that strong flex in the foot will protect it. And then again, thinking that you're leading with your heart, so the spine can be beautifully straight. And then straightening through the left leg, lift the right knee, send it forward. And stepping your right foot to the top of the mat, coming onto the toenail side of your left foot for variation on dancer. Hands will come to your low back. You can start by floating the left heel high, and if this feels good, you can stay right here. Otherwise, option to bend into the left knee, reaching your left hand out like a wing, and then finding the inside of your left ankle. Knees come together, and then your right arm might sweep up alongside your ear, or come to your heart as you lift your left heel toward the sky. So this is really upright to start. Nice spinal extension, nice heart opener. And then if you'd like to take this into a bound half moon, again, just an option, you can start to hinge forward from your hip, Right fingertips can come to the mat or a block, and you could stack your left hip on top of your right. If this bind is not working, you release it and go to a traditional half moon. One more breath here. Everyone let it go if you've got a bind. And then you can square off the hips, left foot can come down to meet the right, and just melt. Take a forward fold. Maybe a gentle sway here, or softening in the knees. And then keeping the knees soft, you can roll all the way up to standing. Dragging the shoulders up to the ears and letting them go. Inhaling, sweeping your arms back and up overhead, connecting palms. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, heart moves forward. Exhale, plant and step. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts for three-legged dog. Exhale, you can step right foot to right thumb. Left knee will descend, left toes will untuck for your Anjaneyasana. And if your knee is sensitive, rolling the long edge of the mat over can be really nice here for a little padding. But any low back stuff going on, hands can come up to the thigh or to blocks and stay. Otherwise, arms can sweep up alongside your ears. Soften the shoulders, gaze can rise. And we'll take that movement that you saw earlier in crescent lunge. So as you inhale, you'll cactus the arms, back up the hips. As you exhale, you reach forward and sweep. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Little back bend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Interlacing your hand, or actually, plant your left palm on the mat. Your right hand can come to your right thigh. Inhale for length. And then exhale, you can twist to the right. Right, so you can stay here. You could reach the right arm back behind you. Perhaps you bend into the knee and press palm and sole of foot together for that variation we've seen several times. And then finishing touch would be to get a little bit lighter on the left fingertips. Good. And if you've got a little bit more expansion, left arm could float alongside your left ear. All just options. One more inhale. Exhale, let everything go. Planting the palms, tucking left toes. Sending right foot back to meet your left. And then making your way through Vinyasa. Exhaling through Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling to send your right leg high one more time for three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, shoulders over wrists. Inhaling, reaching the right leg back. Exhaling, right to left. Inhaling, reaching high. Exhaling, right to right. Inhaling, right leg high. Exhaling, right to left. Let's pause here. Rolling to the inside of the left foot for another variation of Vashisthasana. So knee is hugging into the chest, both hands can stay down. Left hand could come to hip or to the sky. Perhaps you straighten the right leg forward. And the knee can come back into the chest. Left hand can come down, coming to the ball of the left foot. Right knee and shin descend inside of your right thumb. Left knee can descend, left toes can untuck. Now, if there's any knee stuff going on, toes can keep pointing straight back. Otherwise, you can take a shallow pigeon, bringing the right heel underneath the left hip. So starting by standing into the shin, hands on the mat or blocks, hips are elevated. So there's a little daylight between your hips and the mat here. And then again, working with mindfulness toward the low back, hands can stay right here. Perhaps they come to the low back. Maybe they sweep up alongside your ears. Or similar to what we just did in low lunge, perhaps the left hand reaches back and guides your left foot to it. Wherever you're working, hips are square, heart is lifted, gaze can rise. One more breath, and then you come down. And we'll come down to a sleeping pigeon here. So coming down to the depth that feels appropriate for you. I'll come right down to my forearms, so you can continue to hear me talk. And as you settle into this hip opener, think about drawing your right hip back and your left hip forward. So you've got nice even weight in both hips here. And then the heart is moving forward. Good. So you're allowing the spine to be long, the shoulders to move away from the ears. And breath is strong. Perhaps you release the jaw. And then you can start to walk back up onto your hands. Tucking your left toes, sending your right leg high. And just do whatever feels good for that hip here. So maybe a hip circle or opening the hip. Just taking a moment, letting the synovial fluid start to move again. And then you can bring your right foot down to meet your left for your downward facing dog. Good. Feel how even you are with both hands and both feet on the earth. And then you can start to walk your hands back to your feet. We'll take another wrist release here. So generous bend in the knees. You can slide your palms face up underneath your toes, or your feet. Toes come all the way to the wrist crease. And then the weight comes to the balls of the feet. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to hinge forward from your hips. Good. So again, knees can be bent or straight here. And notice how your ears and your shoulders are really moving quite close together. You can just gently encourage your shoulders away, down your back, so you get a little more length through the neck here. Yeah. And maybe shake your head, yes and no, or give your jaw a little movement. And then you can inhale to lengthen. Exhale, remove your hands from underneath your feet. Bring them to your hips. You can come all the way up to standing at the back of your mat. Setting up for those standing balances. So again, beginning with tree, this time on the right. Right knee will lift and open to the side. And then you'll find a connection somewhere along the left leg. Anywhere but the knee joint is going to be good here. Thigh, calf, ankle. Left foot is as wide as the mat. Imagine your roots settling in. And then your palms come to your heart. Good. That left knee comes in and you get a little taller. And then perhaps the arms reach up alongside your ears and the gaze can rise. Good. Feel how steady you are. Feel how expansive you are. And then bring your hands to your heart if they've moved. The right knee can dial forward. You could straighten the right leg out, just resetting the knee joint. And then step your right foot about halfway up the mat. Good. The left knee will lift in its place for a figure 4. Left ankle over right knee. And then you're bending into the right knee and sending your hips back. Good. So that strong flex in the left foot will help protect the left knee. And then thinking about the heart moving forward. The shoulders are soft, right foot as wide as the mat. And then you're straightening into the right leg, sending the left leg up and forward, and stepping your left foot to the top of the mat. So come to the toenails of your right foot, and then your hands can come to your low back. And immediately when you bring your hands to the back, you'll get a little heart opener. Low belly can engage, and then you could float the right heel. And if that's feeling like enough, you just work right here for today. If you want a deeper dancer, you bend into the right knee and sweep the right arm out to the side. And then you can find the inside of the right ankle, drawing the knees together, and the left arm can extend alongside your ear, or I like to bring it to my heart. And then perhaps the right heel lifts a bit more. So beginning upright, taking this as more of a spinal extend, more of a heart opener. And then you could start to hinge from the hips, and perhaps this becomes a bound half moon or just a traditional half moon. Stacking right hip on top of left with the bind or with the leg long. Thinking about reaching in every direction, growing and shining in every direction. Release the bind if you've got it. And then everything squares off. Right foot meets the left. You just take a moment in the forward fold of your choice, whatever feels good. A ragdoll, straight up forward fold, maybe a little sway or shake. And then with knees soft, you roll to standing. And then you can bring the shoulders up to the ears and let them go. Hands find your yogic heart center. And then as you inhale, arms sweep back and up overhead. As you exhale, you hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, step back to high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot steps to left thumb. Here's your Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. The right knee will drop, the right toes can untuck. And then again, low back stuff, hands can stay on the mat or blocks or the thigh as you let the hips sink forward. If it's okay, you sweep the arms up alongside your ears. It's a lot of opening happening through the front of the body here. And then we'll move. As you inhale, hips back up, arms cactus. As you exhale, you sweep and bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, one more round. Inhale. And exhale. Right hand can come to your mat, left hand to your thigh. As you inhale, the spine lengthens, and as you exhale, you're rotating to the left. So again, the left hand can stay where it is, drawing the shoulder down. For a bit more expansion, you could reach back behind you, or bend into the right knee and find the, where is it? Find the sole of the foot. And if you're reaching for the bind and it's not happening, let the leg go long, so you don't risk cramping in the hamstring. And then that finishing touch is is to get light on fingertips and incorporate a little bit of balance, sweeping right arm up alongside your ear. I find both sides to be wildly different for me. We're just a little asymmetrical. One more inhale. Exhale to release. Let it go. Tuck right toes, lift right knee. Stepping back to high plank. And then making your way through your vinyasa. Inhaling, reaching your left leg high for three-legged dog. Exhaling, left knee to left shoulder, elbows over wrists. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, left to right. So you're crossing midline here, which will get the core involved a bit more. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left to left. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, left to right. Pausing here. You can roll to the inside of the right foot. The left knee's hugging into the chest. Both hands stay down. Right hand to hip or to the sky. Option to extend the left leg in front of you. And then you can hug the left knee in, bring the right hand down, and land your left knee and shin inside of your left thumb. Right knee will drop, right toes will untuck. So again, knee stuff, toes point straight back. Otherwise, a shallow pigeon here. So the knee joint is closed. You're just bringing your heel underneath your left heel underneath your right hip. And then you can back up your hand to the mat or blocks. You're standing into the shin to build some strength in the hips. Next step would be hands to low back. Puffing up the chest, getting that king pigeon feel. Maybe arms come up alongside the ears. And then maybe you reach your right hand back and sort of summon that right foot to your right hand. Good. Shoulders are square, hips are square, low belly is engaged, breath is strong. One more inhale and exhale here. And then you let go. Gently coming down to your sleeping pigeon. Finding that depth. And then encouraging the left hip back slightly. The right hip forward. Maybe on your next exhale, see if you can just draw the spine a little longer. Perhaps on the next breath, softening between the eyebrows, releasing the jaw. And always keeping the breath strong as you start to feel this deep hip opener. And then starting to walk back up onto your hands, slowly, mindfully. Tucking right toes, sending your left leg back behind you, and just taking whatever your hip needs. Whether that's to open it up, to straighten, maybe some hip circles, just getting the fluid moving, and then setting yourself back up in your downward facing dog when you're ready. Feeling that symmetry, feeling the groundedness of all four paws on the mat. And then inhale, come high on the balls of both feet. Bend your knees, look between your hands. Inhaling to step or hop feet together at the front of the mat. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, sweeping up with a flat back, reaching arms long, lifting gaze. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. exhaling to fold. Inhaling, step back. Exhaling, elbows bend. Inhaling, up. Exhaling, down. Inhaling, coming high on the balls of both feet. Bending your knees, looking between your hands, coming through to seated. And then take your legs long. Give everything just a bit of a shake. We're going to move into some forward folds here. We've done a lot of spinal extension, a lot of heart opening, which is energizing and lifting, uplifting. And so we want to just counter that with some forward folds so we can both be light but also grounded. We're going to start with my preferred forward fold, which is Janu Shirsasana. It looks like a seated tree. So you'll start with your right knee bending, bringing your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. And then you can tense your fingertips and square off your torso slightly over the left leg. As you inhale, you'll sit really tall. And then as you exhale, you'll start to fold forward. And a strap or your scarf could be really nice here. You're going to find a bind somewhere. Inhale, get long. And then as you exhale, you'll fold forward and drop your right ribs towards your left leg. So we've got the inhale, which brings you length. And then the exhale, you fold, and there's a little bit of a twist here. Inhale, lengthening out. Exhaling to release. You can straighten into your right leg. Give your knees just a bit of a shake. We'll take this right over to the other side. So the left knee will bend. The left foot connects to the inside of the right leg. You tense your fingers and square off your torso. Inhaling, you're sitting nice and tall, and then as you exhale, you're starting to fold forward. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to fold and twist. And you might notice this gets into that top of the hip and the low back, as well as the back of the right leg. So just shifting some energy, allowing things to open up a bit more. And then inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to release, sending the left leg long, giving the knees a shake. And we'll take a seated forward fold here, a Paschimottanasana. So again, strap can be nice. Otherwise, sitting really tall, tenting your fingertips beside your hips. And then I like to think that I'm almost closing myself like a book. So as you inhale, you get a little taller, and then as you exhale, you're going to start to walk your hands forward, and you're almost folding yourself in half. So thinking that your belly, then your chest, then your nose would touch, if anything is touching. So inhaling for length, exhaling to deepen. Gaze can be at the toes, or maybe a little bit past. For this last couple of rounds of breath, go ahead and round through the upper back if that feels good. Dropping the head. We're moving to the end of practice, starting to shift the energy inward. And then inhaling long with the spine. Exhaling to release. crossing the shins, rolling forward, planting palms, stepping back to one final high plank, pressing into the palms, engaging the core, lifting the quads, pressing energy through the heels. And then as you're ready, taking your final vinyasa, whatever that looks and feels like. And then we'll meet in a final downward facing dog. And once you make it to this final down dog, take a moment and just scan the body. You can deepen the breath. And notice what has shifted since you first stepped onto your mat. Something always changes. And then inhale, come high on the balls of both feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look between the hands, coming through to seated and onto your back. Hugging the knees into the chest and maybe taking just some gentle rocks from side to side here. Maybe some circles on that low back. And then you can allow the knees to fall over to the right. Gaze can go left. That left arm could reach out like a wing. Maybe the right hand comes to the right thigh, but just find a variation of this spinal twist that feels good and allows the low back to release one more time. And then your knees come back into your chest and they fall to the left. Our right arm could reach out to the side. And then you gather the knees into the chest. You can hug around the shins. Maybe the third eye center can come all the way up to the knees. The eyes could close. Deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, making your way to Shavasana. Legs traditionally go long, but find a Shavasana that feels cozy, that allows you to let go. Maybe some props, or if the wall is handy, legs up the wall. And then let's open the mouth and sigh the air out. And then do a couple of rounds of breath together. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Holding, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Holding, 3, 2, 1. Letting go, 3, 2, 1. Feel yourself supported by the earth. Allow yourself to let go. There is nowhere you need to be but here. You might start to deepen your breath, allowing the breath to travel to the fingers, and the toes, circling the ankles and the wrists, allowing your chin to drop from shoulder to shoulder. Reaching your arms long overhead, interlacing fingers, pointing toes, taking a deep, full breath in through the nose, and exhaling. Drawing the knees into the chest. You can make your way over to one side. I like to connect my third eye to the mat, if it's okay on the neck, representing sealing in the practice, the energy that you've created. And then slowly with eyes closed, making your way to a comfortable seat or maybe a soft gaze if that's more comfortable. Hands could come to your yogic heart center onto the mudra. Just breathing here for a moment. And then wherever you are in the breath cycle, opening the mouth, sighing it out. One more breath together. Inhaling through the nose, filling up the lungs, new light, new air, new energy, and pausing, letting it all go. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Om Shanti, peace. Thank you so much.